If you're inspecting the outside of a property and you notice a garage vent like this, it should provide you with a nice clue that there's a water heater in the garage. Your next clue will be a vent out of the roof if the water heater is gas. You won't have a vent if it's electric. And of course, there's a good chance that the vent or the water heater is going to be located over in this area. Once we go inside, we will see that it is. There it is. You can see the vent sticking out of the roof there, the exhaust vent. And again, here is the vent on the inside. The only problem is with this vent is the location of it. Here's the water heater here in the picture, but the vent should be over here. It shouldn't be in the center of the garage. Now, this house was built a long time ago, and I would imagine that the vent was also going to be used for exhaust fumes. Nowadays, we might have multiple vents in a garage. Vents designed just for the water heater, and vents for the vehicle emission gases also. Now, newer homes usually have two vents, one upper and one lower, to have some type of an air circulation. So you will see these vents along with the lower vents for vehicle emissions. So that's about it. Just wanted to point out, if you're on the outside of a building and you're trying to figure out where the water heater is, or you see something where the vents aren't next to each other, then it might give you a pretty good idea that the house wasn't built before the 1970s. And again, I think this home was built before the 1960s. One last thing is that the water heaters usually have to be about 18 inches minimum off of the ground. You can see that this water heater is sitting directly on the concrete foundation. And this isn't a good thing. And that has something to do with your vehicle emission gases. If the gases from your car or your truck, they seem to settle more towards the bottom, the lower 18 inches, let's just say, of the garage. Well, if the pilot on your water heater is within that range, if it's sitting on the ground, you could have a problem with that. So the best thing, I guess, would be to, in a situation like this, would just be to simply build a platform and raise it off of the ground so you don't have to worry about it. However, and this is important, you should check with your local building department to validate these measurements that I have given you. Let's face it, these videos could be made, I'm making it right now on August 12th, 2013. If you're watching this video 20, 30, or 40 years from now, it's not going to do you much good if they've changed the rules. So check with your local building department before making any modifications to a building.